Head inland from the coasts of Wakayama, and you'll quickly find yourself among jagged rock formations, serene rivers, and primordial forests. Hardly anyone lives out here, and narrow river valleys are the only way to move between the far and few settlements. This area has been considered sacred as far back as history goes, and the worship is centered around 3 Shinto shrines that venerate the spirits of the mountains: Hongu, Hayatama, and Nachi shrines. Collectively, they are known as Kumano Sanzan, or the 3 mountains in the Kumano region. These shrines have been around as long as there has been recorded history. In the oldest documents we have about this part of Japan, people were writing about them. Kumano has always had a reputation as a place of holiness and convalescence. That's not to say they haven't changed over the years. These 3 religious sites are Shinto shrines, meaning that they enshrine the Japanese concept of kami, or spirits. Anything and everything can possess a kami. There are shrines in Japan devoted to gods, to trees, to stones, to historical figures. Once Buddhism was introduced to Japan, the kami worshipped at these 3 shrines were understood by priests to have been Buddhas in disguise, secretly teaching the people of Japan the tenets of Buddhism before the religion reached its shores. Today, the 2 religions are inexorably linked. Shinto shrines feature altars to Buddhist deities and vice versa. This is, as you can probably guess, putting it very simply. I plan on delving deeper into the Shinto-Buddhist thing at a later point. The most famous image of Nachi Shrine, for example, is that of a Buddhist pagoda. That waterfall, by the way, Nachi Falls, is the tallest waterfall in Japan if you ignore some uninteresting asterisks. It's 133 meters from the top to the basin, tall enough to be seen from the ocean almost 10 kilometers to the east. Just to the north, in the city of Shingu, is the second of the 3 holy sites, Hayatama Shrine. Like the others, it enshrines a nearby mountain. Unlike the others, it was originally built on top of that mountain and accessed by a path of 538 stone stairs. We can presume that after the 3rd time a monk realized on stair 405 that he had forgotten something at the bottom, the shrine was moved to its current location. Appropriately, the city name Shingu literally means new shrine. Drive about 40 minutes inland from Hayatama Shrine, and you'll see a giant torii gate towering over a copse of trees on the river. Torii gates are the entrances to Shinto shrines, and this one, the largest in the world, means you've reached Hongu Shrine. This particular torii was constructed on the original site of the shrine. After one flood too many, the locals rebuilt the current version a kilometer away up a hill. These 3 shrines, Nachi, Hayatama, and Hongu, are the main attractions. But if you follow Route 42, or take a walk through the woods, you will often see signs for Oji shrines. If the Kumano Sanzan are kings, the Oji shrines are the dukes, counts, and bastard children that make up the nobility. They are ancillary shrines built along the way to guide you to the real things. Traditionally, pilgrims would offer a prayer for safe travel at each Oji shrine they passed, which means they would have been stopping an awful lot. These are often called the 99 Oji shrines, but in truth, nobody's sure how many there are. Most towns along the coast have several of these shrines. If you were a 12th century ascetic looking for some of Kumano's spirituality and healing, you would have had to shove aside all the other people looking for the same thing. The Kumano Sanzan have been popular sites for pilgrims for over 1,000 years. Several pilgrimage trails, collectively known as the Kumano Kodo, crisscross the peninsula. In the golden age of Kumano Sanzan, around the 11th or 12th centuries, these paths were so crowded that a visit to the shrines was called an ant pilgrimage, because from far away pilgrims looked like so many ants crawling across a log. The state of the Kumano Kodo today is far different. Many of the ancient paths now follow concrete roads, with little or no remaining cobblestone. But while some have been worn away by time and technology, the direct route to Hongu largely still exists in its original state, and in recent years it's become something of a hiking mecca. There is a whole infrastructure set up around the town of Tanabe, with information centers and stores selling walking sticks, and a lot more English signage than you might expect for a city this deep into the middle of nowhere. Every day, hundreds of people still huff up and down the mountains, making their way between Hongu, Hayatama, and Nachi. You might not be able to call them all pilgrims, but they're definitely following in the footsteps of a millennium-long tradition.